Imagine this, you're hitting the gym, you're cleaning up your diet, you're doing everything right, but your testosterone still won't budge. What if the problem isn't your workout or your macros? What if the real issue is plastic in your actual balls? No, this isn't a metaphor. A 2024 scientific study just shook the world. Researchers found microplastics in every single human testicle they examined. Every single one. We're talking polyethylene, PVC stuff used to make shopping bags and plumbing pipes, now lodged inside your reproductive organs. And the worst part? They found a link between higher microplastic levels and lower sperm counts. If you're a man in the modern world, this should terrify you, but it should also wake you up, because today we're diving deep into how microplastics, estrogenic chemicals, and your everyday environment are silently wrecking your testosterone. You'll learn the science behind the plastic in your balls crisis, the hidden effects on your hormones, and most importantly, what to do to fight back. Let's get into it. The 2024 study, plastic in every testicle. So what exactly did the scientists find? In May 2024, researchers from the University of New Mexico released a study that made international headlines, and for a good reason. They examined 23 human testicles and 47 dog testicles, all preserved after autopsies, to look for one thing: microplastic contamination. The result? Absolutely staggering. Every single testicle, both in human and canine, had microplastics embedded inside. Let me repeat, every single one. Not one was spared. And the human testicles, they didn't just have microplastics, they had almost 3 times the plastic load compared to the dogs. Let that sink in. We're not talking about trace particles floating around in your bloodstream. We're not talking about accidental surface contamination. We're talking about microplastics buried deep inside the testicular tissue, the actual machinery of your manhood. These aren't just any organs. Your testicles are the control center for your testosterone and fertility, your muscle building ability, your mood, your sex drive, your entire masculine identity. Now imagine these critical organs being laced with plastic. And not just any plastic. The study found 2 main culprits: polyethylene, the stuff used in grocery bags, plastic wrap and packaging; PVC, polyvinyl chloride, a chemical-heavy plastic used in plumbing pipes, vinyl floors and industrial materials. And here's where things get darker. In the dogs where sperm count could still be measured, the research discovered a chilling correlation. The more PVC in the testicles, the lower the sperm count. PVC didn't just show up, it showed up with damage. Now, because the human samples were preserved in formalin, their sperm couldn't be tested directly. But if the correlation held true in dogs, it's a massive red flag for humans. This isn't just about fertility, it's about hormonal collapse. It raises terrifying questions. How long has this been happening? What's the cumulative damage over a man's lifetime? Are younger generations being hit harder than we realise? Think about it, most of us grew up surrounded by plastic. Bottled drinks, takeaway containers, sippy cups, plastic toys, PVC floors in schools. Even the clothes on your back may be polyester, another synthetic plastic. And now, for the first time, we have proof that it doesn't just pass through you, it stays, it builds up and it embeds itself where your testosterone is made. This wasn't just a wake-up call, it was a siren. It confirmed that men today are literally being filled with plastic from the inside out, and yet the mainstream barely talked about it. But here on Testosterone Growth, we're not looking away. We're going to unpack the science, we're going to expose the truth, and we're going to show you how to fight back. Because your hormones are under attack, and this 2024 study just exposed the enemy. How did the plastic get there? You might be asking, how the hell does plastic end up inside your testicles? Here's a scary truth. Microplastics are everywhere. They're in tap water, bottled water, food packaging, takeaway containers, airborne dust, your clothes, especially synthetics. The average person ingests and inhales thousands of plastic particles every single day. A 2022 study estimated that we consume the equivalent of a credit card worth of plastic every week. Once inside your body, these microscopic particles don't just sit harmlessly in your stomach. They've been found in blood, lungs, liver, placenta, breast milk, and now testicles. The blood-testes barrier, once thought to protect your reproductive organs, clearly isn't enough, and these plastics build up. They wreak havoc on your body's most sensitive systems, the hormonal fallout, estrogen, testosterone, and infertility. Let's talk about what really matters for this channel, testosterone. Many microplastics act as endocrine disrupting chemicals, or EDCs. They mimic estrogen in the body and throw off your hormonal balance. Here's what happens when your body is loaded with the plastic-based EDCs. Testosterone production decreases, estrogen activity increases, luteinizing hormone gets disrupted, sperm count drops, testicular function weakens, your libido crashes. In other words, the modern man becomes weaker, slower, softer, and more feminized. This isn't just theory, it's happening. A 2017 meta-analysis of 185 studies showed a 60% drop in sperm count in Western men between 1973 and 2011. That's not a glitch, that's collapse. And now we have hard evidence that microplastics are likely part of the cause. If you've been struggling with low energy, mood swings, trouble building muscle, poor sleep, brain fog, fat gain around the chest or hips, then microplastics exposure might be playing a role. What you're doing every day that's making it worse? You might not realise how much plastic you interact with every single day. Let's break it down. Number 1, bottled water and food packaging. Most bottled water contains microplastics, especially if left in heat, and food stored or microwaved in plastic leaches chemicals into what you eat. 2, plastic coated coffee cups. Paper coffee cups are usually lined with plastic. Hot lids accelerate microplastic release. 3, clothing made of polyester and nylon. These shed plastic fibres into the air and onto your skin. When you wash them, they enter the water supply. 4, non-stick cookware. Non-stick pans, when scratched, release microplastics and even more toxic chemicals. 5, plastic cutting boards. Every time you chop food, you're likely scraping plastic directly into your meals. 6, synthetic personal care products. Many grooming products, sunscreens and lotions contain plastic-based ingredients which absorb into your skin. Every time you eat, drink, shower, cook or breathe, you're increasing your internal plastic load. And the testicle study just showed us where it might end up. How to fight back? Detox your lifestyle. Let's talk solutions. This isn't about fear, it's about action. Here's a science-backed roadmap to reduce plastic exposure, protect your testosterone and potentially reverse some of the damage. 1, switch to glass or stainless steel. Use glass bottles, stainless lunch boxes, and ceramic or metal cookware. Ditch plastic food storage. 2, avoid heating food in plastic. Never microwave plastic containers. Heat speeds up the chemical leaching. 3, filter your tap water. Invest in a high quality water filter that removes microplastics, PFAS and heavy metals. Look for ones tested for particle size filtration. 4, stop using plastic scrubbers and boards. Replace plastic chopping boards with bamboo or wood. Avoid plastic dish sponges. 5, choose natural fibres. Wear cotton, linen or wool when possible. Wash synthetics in bags that trap microfibres. 6, clean up your air. Use a HEPA filter in your bedroom. Open windows. Avoid air fresheners and synthetic scents. 7, cut processed foods. Processed and packaged foods tend to have higher exposure to plastic during manufacturing. 8, support your liver. Your liver detoxifies chemicals. Support it with cruciferous veggies, milk thistle, NAC and proper hydration. 9, I go on about this all the time. Eat testosterone supporting nutrients, zinc, vitamin D, magnesium, boron, omega-3s, all vital for hormone function and protecting against EDC damage. Will this fix everything? Here's the honest truth. You can't eliminate microplastics completely. They're in the air, the rain, the soil, but you can reduce the load dramatically, and that can make a huge difference to your testosterone, fertility and overall health. Your hormones are under attack from every angle. Plastics, EMFs, poor food, sedentary lifestyle. You can either accept that decline or you can fight it. Start with awareness, build momentum with small changes and reclaim your strength with every decision you make. Remember, it's not just about looking better, it's about functioning like a man is meant to. The 2024 study was a warning. If you're a man today, you're living in a hostile environment for your hormones. Your testosterone is being sabotaged from the inside out, often without you knowing it. But knowledge is power. Now you know the truth. Microplastics are real. They're in your body, and yes, they're in your testicles. But you're not powerless. This channel is about giving you the tools to fight back, to optimize, to rebuild your strength from the ground up. So if you found this video valuable, drop a like, subscribe, and share it with a man who needs to see this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.